is Mr. Wise, and this is part one of the Identifying Chemical Reactions lab. In the first step, what we're going to do in test tube number 1, I have measured out 4 milliliters of hydrochloric acid, HCl, and I'm going to pour that into test tube number 1. Then I have a thermometer, and I'm going to put the thermometer into that test tube. Next, I have these pieces of zinc, which I'm going to fit into the test tube. And what we're going to do is we're going to measure the initial temperature, or the starting temperature, and then the final temperature. And we're also going to be looking for any changes that we observe. So, there's 4 signs of a chemical reaction that we're looking for. Was there a color change? Was there a temperature change? Did we produce bubbles or a gas? And did we produce a precipitate? A precipitate is when you mix 2 liquids or solutions together and you produce a solid, hence the shirt. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate, meaning that the solid is usually more dense and it settles at the bottom. So, I've had my thermometer in the hydrochloric acid and my starting temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. I'm going to take the thermometer out, put the pieces of zinc in, put the thermometer back in, and I'm going to watch both the thermometer and what's happening in this. Now I want to watch the thermometer for the greatest amount of change. Now as I put that in there, the zinc is bubbling. There is a reaction going on between the hydrochloric acid and the zinc, and there's lots of bubbles that are being produced. At this point in time, my thermometer has risen to 24 degrees Celsius, but we're going to go just a few more moments because it may increase even further. Okay, so I'm going to call the final temperature for part 1, the zinc and the HCl, the final temperature is 25 degrees Celsius.